352-629-2440. Gene Powell, Past Chamois. 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
You want to give them a real creative Christmas gift? How much you really care for them? Show them how much you care with an heirloom camellia from Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Bob has hundreds, no make that thousands of camellias to choose from, starting as low as $9.99, and you can spend up to $100 or more. No matter what, it's a gift, a better gift than the usual humdrum. How about a gift certificate? Buy as gifts, get free gift certificates for yourself, only at Bob Wine's. And don't leave until you check inside the old-timey greenhouse for 20% off on hundreds of distinctive one-of-a-kind items. Take some time to visit this week. A gorgeous 5-acre garden any day till 4, Saturdays till 3. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, the same blooming Christmas location since 1952.
That time of year again. You found that perfect gift. Now how to ship it? Well, Just Ship is the answer. Just Ship has a flat rate for package ship and curbside pickup with convenient weekend hours. Plus, even gift wrapping is available. Right now until December 16th, Just Ship will have free pickup or 15% off your total shipping cost. Shop small, ship small. Just Ship is located across from Yandles Building Supply on North Magnolia. Call them at 352-234-3840.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first Wednesday of each month at 9:30 to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz on a Wednesday, very chilly Wednesday here in the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida. But the room here that I'm in just got a lot better because it got 3 smart people to come in and hang out with me. So, Laura Burns from Career Source, good morning to you. Let me turn this mic on. There we go.
Oh, good morning, and hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
I did. Who are the 2 lovely ladies you have in the studio with you?
Well, this is Loy Petty, and Chinny McIntosh.
Yes.
Ginny is from Encompass Health, and Loy is one of our wonderful business development coordinators, and she's going to introduce Ginny in just a little bit and talk about the wonderful relationship our business development team has with area businesses to meet their workforce needs. Before I turn it over, of course, I've got a little business to do up top, some important information that we need to let your listeners know about. The first thing, and this is no secret, we've been pushing this out fast and furious for a couple weeks now. If anyone lost their job due to COVID, if you applied for reemployment assistance, that's the unemployment compensation, the temporary wage benefits that you are entitled to if you lose your job through no fault of your own. Well, you know that from starting March 15th, the work registration and the job search requirements have been waived, in theory, to make it easier to claim your weeks. Those will end. Those waivers end on Saturday. That is the last day that you can have those waivers. So if you need to claim weeks before March 15th or after December 5th, you will now need to go back to the standard procedure, which is to register for work, and the best way to do that is through Employ Florida and through us, and to do those 5 job searches a week. And in lieu thereof, you can also come into one of our career centers and work with a career coach one-on-one and provide staff assisted services.
So for the lay people out there, what you're saying is if you were put out of work March 15th when the governor closed the state, Up until this Saturday,
Correct.
You've been able to get your unemployment benefits without having to do the standard registering with a place like CareerSource here in Marion, Levy, and Citrus, and then going and actively looking for work.
Right.
That had been waived.
Correct.
As of Saturday, that's not waived anymore. You need to register and then start looking for work.
Right, and so that's the last day that's in effect, and so guess what's going to happen probably Monday morning?
Oh, I'm sure.
It's going to be insane. So there's still time. Connect with us today or tomorrow or Friday. Come into one of our centers and work with us, and we can get you set up so that you are registered with Employ Florida, so that you know how to conduct the job searches. We want these to pay off for you. I mean, obviously, the point of this is so you can get a job,
Right.
so you can be employed, and not simply to collect your temporary wage benefits, which are only a sliver of what you would be making. So definitely call us at 1-800-434-JOBS and find out about coming into one of our centers and get this free assistance, because, you know, you're going to have to do it anyway.
Servers and bartenders and all took a pay cut by getting unemployment.
Sure.
They literally did.
Absolutely. Yeah, most people did. I don't think I know anybody who collecting unemployment compensation or making as much or more than they were. No, that's not how it works. It's a percentage of what your income was. So you're not going to be
The effort is
collecting as
less,
much.
but so is the money.
Well, yeah. So do come in and see us so that we can get you all set up so you can move forward.
Early
with that.
bird gets a worm. That's what you're saying. Do it now.
Another thing I wanted to mention is, we've talked about this before, our Skill Up metrics learning platform, where there are more than 6,000 courses, up to 180 different certifications that you can earn at no cost at all. You can take as many classes as you want online on your own time, into your own device, whatever is convenient, and your own pace, for up to 6 months. And here's some examples: CompTIA, Six Sigma, customer service, Microsoft, cybersecurity, oh, that's big, marketing, management, Adobe Creative Suite, that's Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator.
Audition, Photoshop, Illustrator,
InDesign,
Premiere,
everything.
After
Accounting,
Effects.
I mean, if you were to pay for these courses, it would be hundreds, if not thousands of dollars.
I know. I sent somebody to the Adobe classes. Mm-hmm. It was $2,800 for a 4-day class.
Right, and guess what? You can do these for free, as many as you want, for up to 6 months.
Where were you at 2 years ago?
I tell you what. So I mean, so you can get started at citruslevyMarion.skillupamerica.org, or just give us a call at 1-800-434-JOBS. That's 5627, and we can walk you through that as well. Just briefly, a couple hiring events coming up. On December 9th, the centers at our Ocala Career Center from 9 to noon, and on December 15th from 10 to noon, again at our Ocala Career Center, Rose of Sharon. And you can check out all this information on our website, on our calendar of events. So
you don't have very much going on over there, do you?
And I didn't even... And also the annual Marion County Youth Career Expo, which is the 6th annual one, is coming up in January, January 28th and 29th. It will be virtual this year. What a surprise.
Yeah. Well, actually, it'll be virtual next year.
Girl, thank you very much. Yes, good point. It will be virtual in January 2021. So correct. So lots happening. So with that, I would like to turn it over to Loy.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
I've had an exciting morning on my way here. I'm driving, and I hear boom, 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 and flat tire on the side of the road on the coldest morning of 2020. But luckily, I had 2 firefighters pull over, and I want to give a shout out to Pup and Pablo. They stopped and they said, "Do you need help, ma'am?" And they were my knights in shining armor this
Pump's
morning.
a great guy, too.
Yeah. Oh, you know him?
yeah.
So great. So that was fantastic. But this morning I'm here to introduce Miss Chinny from Encompass Health, a rehab hospital, and she's one of the employers that I work with. And Miss Chinny, when she went over to Encompass Health just a month or so ago, reached out to Career Source and said, "We need help." And I reached back out to her and went out and we discussed the various ways that we can help, which one of them is a spot on WOCA. We have hiring events, as Laura just mentioned, that we can help with, and also posting jobs and on Employ Florida. So we've been doing a lot of that, and Chinny and Encompass Health has been taking advantage of the various services that we offer, and we encourage all employers, and I handle the healthcare sector, so if you need any help with employment services, please go ahead and reach out to us, and we'll do everything that we can to help in that arena. So I'm going to toss this on over to Chinny right now.
But before you do that, I just need to interject. All those services and more are available at no charge.
No charge.
There's no charge to the business, to the employer, or to the
That's
candidate.
a theme with Career Source. No
Yes.
charge.
No charge. That's right.
We do it because we love you.
Yeah.
Well, Laura and Lloyd and Tom, thank you so much for having me again. Chinny McIntosh here from Encompass Health. I am the HR director over at Encompass Health, and I have to say my partnership with Career Source has vast for years and years, but meeting Lloyd and actually partnering with her as the support that we needed has been absolutely wonderful. So Lloyd and I, like she said, about a month or so back, we connected with them to actually help us fill some of our key positions over at Encompass Health. And we'll talk about some of those things here briefly. But before I get into that, I first want to just give kudos to Career Source, because they definitely have been a super support system for the community. I've known about Career Source all of my entire adult life. I actually heard about Career Source, I have to say, it was probably early 2000s. Wow. I was working in criminal justice at the time, and long story brief, we actually was closing that facility, which was contracted for Department of Juvenile Justice, and we needed to fill positions for those employees we had that were going to be losing their job within a couple of months. Anyhow, Career Source came in, we reached out, they came in and helped us, and everyone had a job before the facility closed, wow, which was absolutely wonderful. So I've known about Career Source for years, and then also to just stayed in touch with them when you guys were out at College of Central Florida. I knew Katie Jo from there. So anyhow, now over at Encompass Health, I've always kind of stayed connected with Career Source and knew the wonderful benefits that they offer to all organizations. Over at Encompass Health, before I get into what jobs we actually have available, and again, some more of our partnership with Career Source, Encompass Health has the ability to access patients and admit 7 days a week. Because some I don't know if the community really know all that we do over at Encompass Health. So just to give you a brief synopsis, Encompass Health is a rehabilitation facility. They actually, we take patients from the hospital, from home, from physicians' offices, and these patients come in by referral by physicians, and they're actually at our facility from anywhere from maybe a couple of weeks to maybe a couple of months. It depends on the care that they need. So versus an acute facility, we are post-acute. So they actually have the opportunity to actually really make a connection with our employees, which is really great because we really get to know the patient and their families and build those relationships more so with them. And so we also admit from ALFs and skilled nursing facilities as well. Most of the patients that we see over in Encompass Health are like those that have had any type of like hip replacement, stroke patients, anything that has to do with rehabilitation. We're helping those patients actually get back to their best health so they can get back to their families. We have liaisons that work actually at Encompass Health that go out into the field. It's been a little challenge though with COVID, so there's only certain facilities that they can go into. Right now, the VA in Gainesville has actually opened up for them to go and actually talk with the patients there, but otherwise they do a lot of outbound calling and touching bases with doctor's office, and we service the Gainesville and Leesburg areas. You can tour our facility if you ever would like to come and actually tour at Encompass Health 7 days a week from 8 to 5, just touch bases with us by calling our 352-282-4000 number, and we can definitely set up that for you. And then we also have an array of services that we can connect them with, from our case managers touching out into the community, and when the patients are actually in the hospital, making sure we're getting them proper placement back out in the community, whether that's at a skilled nursing facility for continuous care or back at home with their families. We also provide home health service as well, which a lot of people did not know. I also found that out when I went over at Encompass Health. But Loy has been exceptional at getting us some key positions filled. One of the key positions that I touched bases with Loy on was the Rehab Liaison position. We actually just this week had a new hire that Loy had actually sent over to me. I won't mention her name, but she actually started with us just this Monday. And that position was one of many that we were trying to fill when I first came over to Encompass Health. And CareerSource have been super supportive at getting us some top talent into our facility. And I'm so grateful for that. And I appreciate our partnership so much with CareerSource. So if you would like to actually ever come and tour Encompass Health, you can again call our facility directly, or you can call my office at 352-282-4046, and I'll be happy to get that all set up for you as well. In our partnership with CareerSource, we look forward to doing much, much more. Loy has also connected with us. We did a job fair a couple of months back. That was super, super successful. We actually did an on-site job fair, which Loy actually did some advertisement for us with CareerSource there, and just constantly helping us get some top talent in has been such a key thing for us in filling a lot of our positions. So if you're interested in coming aboard as one of our top talent candidates for hire, you can go to jobs@encompasshealth.com and see what's available out there, or again, you can give me a call, or you can look me up on LinkedIn at Chenny McIntosh. And I will be happy to help you in any way that I possibly can. Encompass Health is very happy to serve the community.
So just to piggyback on what you were saying, the customized hiring events. So we have job fairs, career fairs, where we'll have multiple businesses and a lot of people, whether they're in person once upon a time or virtual. But we also do these customized hiring events. That's for specific employers with specific needs. And then we really want to refer candidates there that can actually, are in healthcare if it's a healthcare job. So that is also done at no cost. And it can be done at a career center. It can be done at the employer's work site if they want to have something like that. Or we can set it up at an alternate site like at CF or the Weber Center or wherever that's convenient. I remember when Encompass Health, before the name change, when you came into town, there was nothing built there, not one brick, not one single brick at all, and there were only 2 people in HR to hire all those positions, and there were, I want to say, a couple thousand applications.
Yes.
And that was tricky because there was no brick and mortar. There were only 2 people. CareerSource, at the time Workforce Connection, had a series of orientation events to bring people in from the community to introduce the company and what they were doing. And we had all these job interviews set up in the different rooms. It was over at the University Center at CF. So those are the types of things that CareerSource can do. Again, there's no charge to the business. We're just in the business of helping facilitate that business. So I just wanted to mention that. And the second thing as well is if you go to our website, CareerSourceCLM.com, go to our calendar of events. Today is the December 2nd. Thank you. We're in December already.
I know.
You will see this business showcase, and if you click on it, you'll find out more about the company, the job order numbers, the job descriptions, and how to apply through Employ Florida. So if you're somebody who is sitting there with maybe your work registration and job search waivers expiring, and you are qualified, check that out, and then you can apply for those jobs too, and it might turn out to be something, but we just want to package it as easily as possible for anybody. So just wanted to jump in with that.
I did want to say Encompass Health hired, when I first went there, I presented a nurse, nurse just graduating. And
Yes, she
and
started as well. I forgot to mention
and
that.
Encompass Health hired that nurse. Nurses are in very high demand. So any nurses out there looking for work, give me a call. I have employers for you. And if you're just graduating school, these employers are ready and willing to take you on.
Yes, absolutely, Laura. And I want to actually add addition to that. But I want to go back over to what Laura had actually mentioned about that partnership with actually doing that on-site connection with us to do the job fair. And I wasn't there when it was Health South, which was the name before the bricks was actually laid, and the name is changed over to Encompass Health. And there was a team of 2, and there's still just a team of 2, even though we're not hiring in thousands of people. And I definitely want to take the opportunity to give a shout out to my HR coordinator, Dana Cluster. She has been absolutely amazing. Sometimes we come in and we're dressed in the same color. It's like, did you read my thought? But anyhow, she's absolutely amazing on bringing in good talent as well. And I tell you, the connection that you guys have had with Encompass Health, I had asked her about that when I came over to Encompass Health, and she's like, oh, they've been so super wonderful. But with COVID, it had changed a lot of things with actually getting out there and actually doing some job fairs, with face-to-face, having to change that to virtual. And we even do our interviews, a lot of them by higher view video because of the social distancing and such. So much has changed. But I love the fact, and I have to say this, that CareerSource has been so innovative at making sure we can still keep that connection to get top talent into our organization. And again, we appreciate you guys so much for that. So I wanted to add that key point. Regardless of the challenges that COVID has brought, I definitely see how CareerSource is still and yet help the community. And I want to go back to what Laura said, because that was one of the things that our recruiter actually mentioned when I shared with her about the job fair that we were connecting to do. Her name is Katie, is that these services, again, are absolutely free of charge to the organizations. And when I shared that with our CEO, he was like, these are free services? These are absolutely free services. And you guys do such amazing work, with all that you do for the community. And so we thank you so much. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what we do.
I'm just amazed by the fact that every time you tell a different situation you do, whether it's classes you teach or what you're doing, that there's no charge involved.
Yeah.
Because that's the expensive part of finding a job, is the training. And the actual going out with, and you see headhunters and all that want money and everything to find a job, and y'all do all that. You have training classes and all, and you find people jobs, and you don't charge them anything.
Right.
They're not in the hole in debt before they get a job.
Right.
Well, it's not that these things are free.
Right.
It is paid for. I mean,
Right.
U.S. Department of Labor, we are a grantee, and we do get funding through DOL. It is extremely transparent. I mean, it's not just here's money raining on you, spend it however you want. We have to demonstrate the outcomes. We have to prove that we're spending the money as responsibly as possible. There have been times when we have received grants and it turned out maybe we fulfilled the need before the money ran out, and we give it back. And we have to go to USDOL and we have to convince them that we no longer need these funds for this purpose, and here you go, you need to take it
You
back.
have to convince the government they have to take the money back.
It can be difficult sometimes. It's like, we don't need this for this. You can take it back.
Now I have a video production company that I own, my other job. And I worked with CareerSource. You had a grant situation where you put interns with me, and they made an hourly rate 90% of what they would have made if they were working for me. And I trained them for 12 weeks, taught them a skill, and CareerSource paid them. It was great as an employer. And then I hired both kids that I got through CareerSource, still work for me now.
Oh, wow.
Because
Yay.
I trained them, and then I was like, well, I put the effort in of training them, and I'm not letting them go now.
And that's that is what we hope will happen out of interns. So we do have internships. We have adult paid internships, work experience training, customer service training.
On the job
on the job training.
That's what
on the job
trained on the
training.
job.
And that way you can train them your way to do your business. You know it best. And then you can check them out, watch the cut of their jib, make sure they're getting it. And if they do and they're trained up, and if you hire them, that is awesome. And yes,
I didn't want to let them go. I'd done the work. I wouldn't let them get away from me.
Of course. So
I wasn't training somebody to go work
to
somewhere
go
with a
someplace
competitor.
else. That's right. So I mean, that is the beautiful success story. That is what we hope to see happen. But there is no string attached. I mean, when we do the internship, we don't say, well, at the end of this, you're required to hire them. We hope that you will, but we understand sometimes things don't work out. So
You sent me two invaluable contacts. Both of the kids, and I say kids, they were 19, but they were both very astute, very committed to learning the tasks they were there for, and they've been invaluable.
And that's the other piece of it as well. We vet these candidates, referrals, whether they're 19-year-old intern candidates or they're, management, upper management, they're going to be vetted. We're not going to send an employer someone who's not, inclined or have the skills or the interest in learning. So
I was amazed, and not only that, they came, even though you had vetted them, then I still got the opportunity through this program to interview them before the internship to make sure it would be a fit with me.
Yeah.
It was amazing how easy it was to get to become part of this internship program, and then to see the success of it was amazing.
We don't say this is your candidate, this is who you have to use. We are going to refer them to you. You will do the interviewing. You make the selection. Well, we're glad that worked out.
Yeah, it was good. It was a great program, and I'm sure you still have the program.
We sure do. Yeah. So, call Loy if you, we'll get you hooked up. Yeah,
definitely will do that.
352-732-1700, extension 1273.
1273 extension. That's the important part. Extension 1273.
And if you can't remember that, 1-800-434-JOBS, extension 1273.
So anything else, Laura, you want anybody to know where you're located in all the counties, how they can find out more information?
Sure. You can find out a ton of information, including our locations, our office hours, at www, I hate to say that, I didn't need to, careersourceclm.com. Right now, we are our career centers, which are in Ocala, Chiefland, and Lecanto, are open from 9 to 4. That is so that we can do all the sanitizing before we open and all the sanitizing after we close. However, we have staff ready to talk to you by phone, email, live chat from 8 to 5 every Monday through Friday. So if you want to do in person, it's going to be from 9 to 4. Otherwise, 8 to 5 on the phone or email. Go to our website or call us at 1-800-434-JOBS, and we're happy to help in any way we can.
Thanks for coming in.
Always.
Thanks, all three of you. And to the success story that Encompass Health had, that's great. That's fantastic. Thanks so much, and we'll see you a month from today.
Yes, whatever that's going to be. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all of
all those.
Everybody.
Thank you,
Stay
Tom.
safe. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, ladies. Have a good day.
Bye now.
We'll be back after this timeout.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.